Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Encyclopedia, the series where we dive into the various creatures across the Ether and Dark Ether storylines. In this episode, we'll be discussing the iconic Hellhound.
Fetch me their souls!
In Group 935's early days, they were heavily focused on the creation of a teleporter device, referred to as the Matter Transference Device, or MTD for short. Through Dr. Richtofen and Dr. Maxis's experiments with the MTD, their subjects always returned rotten, reanimated, and mindless. Despite the creation of the undead, the two scientists still pursued the perfection of the MTD. To appease the neglect towards his daughter, Dr. Maxis provided Samantha a pet dog, whom she named Fluffy. Fluffy was expecting litter. Excited at the idea of having even more puppies, she asked her father to let them keep some. Sometime later, after Dr. Maxis made an agreement with the Nazi Party to receive more funding and volumes of Element 115, Richtofen would continue working on the MTD with Dr. Schuster in secret. Upon a successful teleportation trial with zero zombification, they reported it to Dr. Maxis, who only scolded them for not focusing on their real work. To skip forward a bit further, after Richtofen and Maxis' relationship completely broke, and Richtofen had finished the construction of Griffin Station, we return once again to Maxis and Richtofen doing MTD experiments, and again, with no success. Frustrated at his failures, Maxis demands Richtofen to get Fluffy. And as always, as with all of their previous trials, Fluffy returned undead. Though unique compared to their human trials, Fluffy was now a flaming, rotten hound, referred to as the Hellhound. Samantha had snuck into the room, witnessing the new form that her pup has taken. She ran towards Fluffy, entering the teleporter. Her father chased after her to protect her. It was here when Richtofen saw the perfect opportunity to rid of them both, closing the MTD behind them. Maxis begging Richtofen to let them free, only to get
"Goodbye, Dr. Maxis,"
in response. The teleporter activated and the three of them were scattered. From then on, the Hellhounds have been a nuisance to multiple crews across the two storylines. Let's quickly discuss their behaviors and their two variants. First appearing in World at War's second DLC pack, which featured Shin Onuma, not only was it the first appearance of the Hellhound, but it was also the first appearance of the Wunderwaffe DG2 and our beloved Ultimus crew. We wouldn't get any of the background lore for the Hellhound until the next DLC pack for World at War, which was the iconic map Derice. In their appearances, they had their own exclusive special round, where a pack of Hellhounds would attack the players. Once all of them had been killed, they dropped a max ammo power-up. Many enemies would copy their special round mechanics, such as monkeys on Ascension, jumping jacks on Die Rise, and tormentors in Mauer der Toten, to mention a few. Hellhounds, in their basic forms and abilities, appeared in the aforementioned maps Shin Onuma and Derice, alongside Kino der Toten, Moon's Groom Lake, Green Run's Town, Farm, and Bus Depot, as well as the Giant, Der Eisendrache, Classified, and Tag der Toten. Hi, yeah, this is editing, Corbin. I can't believe I forgot some maps, and I'm ashamed, because I do the research, and I should know these things, Anyway, the maps are Blood of the Dead, Firebase Z, Outbreak, and Modern Warfare 3's Outbreak, DMZ. It doesn't matter, it's in that. I apologize. Back to script, Corbin, now. Their form of attack was strictly to run at players and bite them. They only targeted a single player at a time and would only change their target once the player they were already attacking went down. So sometimes a Hellhound will run by a player and ignore them. Moving on to the two variants of the Hellhound, starting with the Lightning Hound. Appearing only in Alpha Omega, they behave no differently to their flaming originals. The Lightning Hound features blue trails of electricity coming off its body, along with blue glowing eyes. Their origin isn't known, but like with the Jolting Jack, it could possibly be a side effect of the Avogadro's wrath. The Flaming Hellhound would return in Black Ops Cold War, but no longer as a special round enemy, and no longer bites at players. Their form of attack was altered to have them charge into players and explode, leaving behind a pit of flames. Unlike how if a Nova Crawler was killed with a melee weapon, making it prevent the gas that exploded out of its body, the Hellhound will always leave its fires upon death. Sergeant Kazimir Zykov, when trapped in the Dark Ether, came across a wounded Hellhound. Instead of killing it, he nursed it back on its feet. This Hellhound became loyal to Zykov, which he named Cinder. After a group of survivors attacked his home, Cinder was unfortunately killed in the attack, causing him to explode and nearly destroyed Zykov's home. In Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, the Hellhounds return featuring a new design. This design resembles Samantha's new dog, Not So Fluffy. Creative, I know. Which was a gift from Weaver while she was in containment after the events of Firebase Z. Whether or not this means Not So Fluffy went into the Dark Ether at some point and became altered is unknown, or if Samantha just found a way to replicate her dog while in control of the realm. These Hellhounds regained their biting ability instead of charging in to explode. They still explode upon death, however. And that's the Hellhound. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed as always, and if you did, then like and subscribe. Let me know if there's any topics you'd be interested in seeing videos on. I would appreciate the feedback. Anyway, thank you as always, or again, and goodbye.